Hi everyone, Nico from bonusbank here, and today we're going to take a look at the different types of promotions that you can get from bookmakers in Australia and how to approach each of them. Now, to be clear, what we are not talking about today is sign-up bonuses or welcome bonuses. It's a common misconception that match betting is just about signing up to a new bookie, getting their welcome offer, turning it into cash, and then moving on to the next bonus or the next bookmaker. That's not the case. After the sign up bonuses, there's a lot more that we can do to make money out of bookmakers. They offer promotions to their existing customers every day of the week. And in this video, I'm going to tell you the different types of promotions that they offer and how we can take advantage of them. So let's take a look at the main types of promotion that you'll find at the bookmakers. The first one, and probably the easiest one to take advantage of, are odds or winnings boosts. These are really straightforward and we can lock in a profit using them. Then we've got what we call if offers. These ones don't guarantee a profit, but we will get a bonus bet or a refund if a certain event happens within a match. Then we've got early payout offers. These are the offers that offer the biggest potential wins out of all of the different promotions that are available. And then finally, we're going to take a look at horse racing promotions. Horse racing promotions are a fantastic source of income for our bonus bank members. They are the most consistent profit that you can make in match betting. So we're going to start by looking at the different types of odds boosts that are available. And the most straightforward type of odds boost is just an enhanced odds offer. So this is pretty self-explanatory. It's when a bookmaker increases the odds on a specific selection. So here's an example from Unibet. You can see that for the NRL this weekend, they've enhanced their price on Canterbury from $3.20 to $3.50. Now, this isn't a fantastic odds boost. It's only about 10%, so there's not a lot of value in it. But usually we get some offers that maybe it would go from $3.20 to $4 or something a little bit more exciting for us. And how we can log in a profit using this is to back at the enhanced odds and then bet against that team using Betfair, placing a lay bet. We lay them at lower odds than we're backing them. And anytime that you are backing at higher odds than you lay, that is an arbitrage situation. So you can lay an amount that guarantees you make a profit from your bet. So that's pretty straightforward, and all you would do with these enhanced odds is use our simple calculator, put in the back and lay odds, and it'll tell you the stake that would be required to guarantee you a profit. So that's the very simplest type of odds boost. Next up, we've got profit boosts or winnings boosts, which are very similar to enhanced odds. The only difference is that rather than telling you what your enhanced odds are before you place the bet, the bookmaker is going to give you the standard odds, but then apply an additional amount of winnings or a bonus bet after your bet has settled, assuming that it's won. So you can see this one here from Bet Easy. Place a head-to-head bet on our selected match, and if your team win, we will double your winnings in cash. So they have this offer pretty regularly across all different sports. And because they're offering double winnings, that's exactly the same as double odds. It's just a different way of phrasing it, but the outcome for us is the same. We would make twice as much money. And the way we would approach this offer is just the same as the enhanced odds. We can back in a way to guarantee a profit. The difference is that because we don't know what the enhanced odds are, or the bookmaker isn't telling us what the enhanced odds are, we have to work that out for ourselves. And it's a very simple calculation that you can do to figure that out. And we have a couple of different calculators on bonusbank that can help you with this type of offer. The final kind of odds boost that I want to mention is what we would call a boost product. And each bookmaker has their own boost product. They all work in more or less exactly the same way, but they all have a slightly different name. So you can see here, BetEasy have a bet boost. Sportsbet called theirs a power play. At Tab Touch, you get a super pick. All of these work almost identically. Basically, they allow you to boost the odds on a selection of your choosing. Now, there might be some limits as to what kind of sport you can use the boost on. For example, the Tab Touch Super Pick relates only to horse racing. With Bet Easy, you can use it in almost any sport. But the idea is the same. You make your selection, you apply the boost product, and the bookmaker will give you enhanced odds for that selection. And it's exactly the same as the enhanced odds we talked about earlier. You can then just back and lay to lock in a profit. And with these ones, the bookmaker does tell you what the enhanced odds are before you place the bet. So it's really simple to work out the appropriate lay stake. Up next, we've got if offers, which are probably the most common type of offer that you'll find with Australian bookmakers. These are promotions that will give you a bonus or a refund conditional on a certain event occurring. So I'll give you some examples of that here. You could get a promotion that offers you a bonus bet if your player wins the first set but not the match. So that obviously applies to tennis. You could get a bonus bet if your team lead by 6 points at any break, but then lose the match, and that would be in the AFL. And then finally, you could get a bonus bet if your team lose by 6 points or less. So that's an NRL one. There's hundreds of different variations on this type of promotion, but you can see that within every one of them, the word if appears. So there's a certain trigger that has to happen in order for us to get the bonus bet. There's no guarantee that the trigger will happen though, so it isn't possible for us to lock in a profit from these offers. But just the existence of the possibility of the bonus turns the odds in our favour and guarantees that over the long run we'll always come out ahead from these offers. But that doesn't mean that we should just blindly bet on every one of these promos. We want to make sure that we're getting the most value from every bet that we place. And one way that we can do that is by combining offers. So what I mean by that is rather than placing a bet at the bookmaker and then laying it off at Betfair, we can bet on one team at a bookmaker that has a promotion. Then we can go to another bookmaker that also has a promotion on the same event and bet on the opposing outcome. This achieves the same goal as backing and laying. It reduces our risk. We still have a qualifying loss, but it's a small loss, and it gives us a chance at two possible bonuses. So this is a technique called Dutching, and it's what we use in the today's plays section of the website. It's a very efficient technique, and it gives us a great chance at getting as many bonuses as possible at the minimum possible risk. The other thing that we have to consider is that not all of these promos are equal. Some have a higher probability of paying a bonus bet than others, and it's important to check and get an idea of which are the better promos, because those are the ones that we're going to want to focus on. And how you do that depends on what the promo is. So for some of them, we'll be able to check a Betfair market to see what the odds of the promo paying out a bonus is. So for example, if the promotion was if your team leads at half time but loses, you get a bonus bet, then we could go to Betfair and check the half-time, full-time market and see what the chances of that team leading at half-time but then losing the match are. But that isn't going to be the case for a lot of the promotions. We won't always have a Betfair market to check. So in that case, we can look at stats from previous games. We can look at the stats for the today's plays on bonusbank, because we can go through there and see which promotions are hitting the most. And for some of them, there's a little bit of instinct involved. Obviously, if you know more about a sport, you'll have a better idea about whether a promotion is likely to hit or not. But also, you can look at promotions that are similar. So, for example, with if your team lose by 6 or less, if there was another bookmaker that was offering if your team lose by 4 or less, then obviously that would be less likely to happen. We'd have a smaller window for the promotion to hit, so that would have a lower expected value. And we want to make sure that if the probability of a bonus being triggered is low, we're not taking too high of a qualifying loss then, because that's going to leave us with maybe a neutral or even a negative expected value. The next promotions that we're going to look at are early payout offers, and these are huge favourites with the bonus bank members, and that's because they have massive potential. You can make a lot of money from early payout offers, and I'll show you a couple of examples. So first of all, we've got this one which is from Sportsbet, and it's place a head-to-head bet, and if your team is 6 points up or more at half time, we'll pay you out straight away, and that's for the first $250 stake. So straight away you'd be thinking, $250, that's a lot more than most of the other promotions that we see. So with the if offers that we just talked about, most of them will have a $50 maximum bonus bet. So this $250 stake is quite interesting straight away. Here's another one which is from Bet365, and it's if your team goes if the team you back goes 30 points ahead at any stage, we will settle your first bet as a winner up to a maximum of $500 winning. So you can see that that is a lot of money right there. And some of you might be thinking, well, that's great, but it's just an early payout. It's not a bonus bet. It's not additional winnings on top of what I was going to get. They're just giving me my payout a little bit earlier than expected. Where's the benefit in that? Well, the benefit is that if your team don't win the game, so they go ahead by 6 at half time or they go up by 30 points at some point, you're going to get paid out as a winner, but then they don't win the game. And if you've backed and laid that team, you're going to win the back bet and you're also going to win the lay bet. So that's what we call a double payout. Now, this can be with a back and a lay, or it can be with Dutching, like we just discussed, where you might bet on Team A at Sportsbet. They're up by 6 at half time, so you get paid out by Sportsbet, but you've also backed Team B at Bet365, and they win the game overall, so you get paid out at Bet365. So that's a double payout. And again, if you look at the stakes or the maximum winnings that they're willing to pay out to, you can see how much value there is in these promotions. And because there's so much value and the potential payout is so high, once the early payout has been triggered, we also have the option of hedging our bets. So once that early payout has been triggered, we're guaranteed to win that side of the bet. So at that point, we want our team to lose so that we also win the other side of the bet as well. But that's not always going to happen, especially since for the early payout to have been triggered, our team has to be up by a certain point or a certain amount. So if you would rather have a guaranteed profit after the early payout has been triggered, you could place an additional back bet on your team to balance out the profit on either outcome. Now, the maths behind how much you should place on your team in that additional back bet it can be a little bit tricky, but we do have an early payout calculator at Bonus Bank that you can use to help you work all of that out. The final promos that we're going to talk about are horse racing promos, and these are essentially the same as the if offers that we saw earlier on, but they are the most consistently profitable if offers that you'll find. And most bookies run the same promotion. It will be this or a variation of it. If your horse runs second or third, get a bonus bet back up to $50. This is a great promo, and it has a huge expected value. On average, for every $50 bet that you place, you can expect to make around $10 profit. And given that there's more than 50 of these promotions each week, you can see how profitable this can be. The other great thing about horse racing promos is that they are year-round. With other sports, they are seasonal, so the promotions can come and go. But with horse racing, we know that every week of the year, we'll have opportunities to make money. And the way that you approach these promos is pretty straightforward. You can just identify a horse, preferably at low odds, which is a close match between the bookmaker and Betfair. You back them at the bookmaker, lay them at Betfair, and then hope that they run second or third. If they run in any other position, you're going to have a qualifying loss, but over the long term, the bonus bets that you earn are going to be much greater than that loss, and you're going to walk away with a profit. So now that we've covered all of those bonus types, what else is there? Well, there is one major type of promotion that we haven't talked about, and that is the multi-promotion. Multi-promotions are very common and they have a huge expected value as well. They're a great source of profit. But there's a couple of different types of multi, and there's a few different ways that you can approach them. So I think they deserve a video of their own, and I'm not going to cover that here today. But it's definitely something that you should be looking to get into once you've got a little bit of experience. There are also some other less common promotions that, again, I'm not going to get into in this video, but if you are uncertain about a promotion, you can check out the knowledge base at bonusbank, or ask a question in the forum or the chat room, or just send us an email and we'll be happy to help you out. And if you still feel uncertain about the promotions that we've talked about in this video, the easiest thing for you to do would be to start following our daily plays. This is where we identify the promotions with the most value each day and make suggestions on how you can approach them. And by following the plays even just for a couple of weeks, you'll soon get a better grasp of how each of the promotions work and where the most value is. If you've got any questions about the daily plays or about anything else at all, remember that you can always ask for help and we'll get you back on track so that you can start taking advantage of these promotions and making some money. I hope you've enjoyed this video and you've now got a better idea of the different types of bonuses and how to take advantage of them. Cheers guys, I'll catch you next time.